veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway in Southern California. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the screen, this is Ekeler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Ekeler taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. Flushed out right. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Escaping the pressure right. Shedding the tackle. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very...
And it's a Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 34 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Back to throw here, Herbert. Being chased out left. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. That catch good for only a couple. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that, but in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Well, right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. His second touchdown of the night. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. Flush to his right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Herbert on first down now. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 17-14. A minute 15 remaining. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. They've got his man complete. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Back to throw. Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up 2nd and goal. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will tie things at 17 all. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here at overtime.
2nd down and 5.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Charger 17-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat